How's it going, Sha?
Absolute chaos.
I believe it. I'm in the same boat, homie. Talk to me.
Yeah. It's yesterday afternoon it felt like everyone around me was prepared to burn it all down.
Okay.
Everyone that I was speaking with, day job, comedy wise, um reading all this stuff about the Writers Guild strike.
Uh-huh.
My own personal house is in complete disarray. Everybody's ready to burn it down. Um, the landlord has decided to paint our great room, the big room that's the living room, dining room, studio, uh, you know, gym, all the things. It's the one big room. And that is, and he also wanted to switch out um, our heating element from a baseboard space heater to like a
Okay.
radiator. And it appears that not much of that went right. So so there are still some things that need to be done.
Okay.
Um, but he can only get people to come work on it on the weekends. The fellow who was working on it when he left on actually only on Saturday, but this guy came back on Sunday to try and finish it, but he couldn't. He ended up having to scrape the popcorn off the ceiling. Like all we needed was someone to come in and paint. That's all that we were told. And now, like we were trapped in our apartment for a while. The cat, the cat, oh, the cat. That's another. The cat is ready to burn it down because she's like, what the hell is going on? Why, why are all of my things that I need not in the places where they normally are?
Yeah, because
And
cats don't
then,
ask for much. They just ask for the system to stay the system.
yes, they don't disrupt. Please don't disrupt. So there's been a lot of disruption, and she's been talking so much. Just anytime she's in another room, which isn't often because the other room, everything's pushed in the middle, covered with plastic, and then covered with, popcorn dust and paint dust and all this. And we're trying to keep her out of there. But she's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll claw right through this door to get out of this room because I've been in here with you for 36 hours and you're driving me insane. Um, and she, anytime we walk into a room and she's there, she just start like for a long time. For a long time, she is not happy.
It happens sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You warned me. Mercury is in retrograde.
In retrograde, yeah. But I mean, the weeks leading to it were so wild that I thought certainly by the time the retrograde got here, it would be like, I think I've done enough damage. I'm going to go easy on you. But no, it's really digging in. It's truly, truly mayhem. So that is why I don't have a camera because my whole setup, one, I don't know where the camera is. I'm lucky that I found the microphone and then the cord. I don't know where the camera is. And secondly, everything in there is pinging around because there's nothing on the walls. All the furniture so there's nothing to absorb the sound.
Right.
And everything is like shoved into other places. So I'm basically in bed right now. And I was like, even if I had my camera, no one needs to see this because I'm stepping over the cat's food bowl and litter box to get to my bed because we had to get it out of the way. Look here, man.
Hey, it happens. It happens to the best of us.
Oh boy. So
I feel you fully. Yesterday I felt everyone else's energy like that. Similarly, got a lot of friends in the Writers Guild, and like people that like I associate with as like straight up jolly were angry yesterday. Like one of my friends, I forgot they were going on strike to start the day. So when I first saw them, it was the evening. We were going to do a show together, and I said, "Hey, how was work today? And what else, what do you got going on after the show?" And he said, "There was no work today, and I have never been more available in my life." And it's like, yeah, and this is what like I was like, geez, that got dark. And this was like maybe 2 seconds after hello, like, yo, we took a pivot in this conversation. And like there were a lot of other people that were just like, yo, you know what? Fuck that energy about their jobs in comedy. That I was like, yo, you're not even a writer. Like, you're very like just in that headspace of it. I felt confident that I was on top of things yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let me be supportive of my people because it's not retrograding on me right now.
Right.
And then today, I woke up. I want to say every single light in my apartment was on.
Ugh.
Nobody was home. And I don't know if you noticed, I don't know how anything in my apartment works because like it all works around me, like like when like when I get home in the evenings, the lights are on because people are up. Like if I'm doing shows, Gabby's up. The kids turn on the lights when like the day starts shifting the evening. So like I don't touch buttons. It's just I know I pay the light bill, but like the things that like are needed to make the apartment run, I provide them, but I don't know how to run them. And I realized that today. Like I had to turn stuff off that I don't think I've ever touched in my life. And that was a challenge. Like I was turning off and on shit that I didn't know was also a button on my wall. Just trying to
Okay.
find these lights.
Now is the time that I wish I had a camera because you really need to see the look on my face. What? How do
Yo,
you?
I
First off, I love you explaining how your children are working lights to people who know how to turn lights on, Gastor. We know when it starts to get dark outside, we turn on the light. It's not news to us, but you're like, it's amazing how they pick up on the, yeah.
I never did it. I haven't done that shit since I lived in my parents' house. Like, I know 2 light switches in my house. I know my bedroom light switch and the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom.
Right.
Every other light switch, I assume is part of the panels with the lights,
Uh-huh.
but there's other stuff there. So I never touch it. I just like, all right, one of y'all are gonna need this before I do. So one of you are gonna figure it out. But today they left, like there must have been chaos in the morning. So
Sure.
everything was on. So I was like, all right, like I pay for this shit. I can't have everything running. All right. So like I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to turn shit off, but like new lights that I've never seen went on today while I was trying to turn off lights that I know shouldn't be on. The plants got their own light. I didn't know that they like I was
I
so
mean,
thrown off by shit.
that doesn't surprise me, knowing how much your wife loves plants.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that honestly should be the only light that maybe is a surprise to you is the plant's light. The
I,
rest of it you probably should be aware of.
listen, I was trying. I was like, I don't know what this does. I turned on the dishwasher 3 times with no
How
dishes.
do you that's not even where the light switch is.
It is. It's in the wall. There's like they have a button. I know there's buttons on the dishwasher to turn on the dishwasher. I didn't touch any
Yes.
of those,
Okay.
but there's buttons on the wall that turn on the dishwasher.
What kind of Jetson house are you living in?
Yo, I want to know too, Shot. I want to know too. Because I didn't I learned all of this today. I was turning on and off all types of shit in that kitchen. Yeah, like I gave up on that. There's mad lights on in my house. And I'm gonna just wait till the kids get home and let them figure it out. But I gave up on that. I overslept. Did not throw out the trash for the building. Yo, we are in chaos here, and like it's a 3-family house. Like there's trash out front.
Right.
And that's gonna have to rock till Friday. It just is what it is. But we are filled to the gills right now. And yo, last night I got home with confidence. Like, yeah, I did that. I hosted the show. I did that well. I got home in time to do everything. This is gonna be easy. Woke up this morning, everything's going wrong.
Wow.
But yeah, go figure.
Yep. That's that's the energy. That's absolutely the energy.
I took a multivitamin, I stretched, and I've accepted that like this just isn't gonna go my way.
The acceptance is actually the best thing you could have done. That multivitamin ain't gonna do nothing compared to whatever the rest of the world has in store for us. That multivitamin is, you might as well have just taken a Tic Tac. Like it's not strong enough.
It happens, you know. But we here, we trying our best. We gonna get into the news with cameraless shot. Let's do it up, shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Kicking off this week, actually kind of technically more or less end of last week, Rick Ross offered Don Lemon a job at Wingstop after he was fired from CNN. That's right. I'm gonna make sure I get you in front of the right grill, brother. I don't know why. I really wanted to read that as Rick Ross. Rick Ross has reached out to Don Lemon to offer him a job at Wingstop after the 57-year-old news anchor was fired from CNN. Lemon was let go by CNN on Monday, with the network saying the two had parted ways. The host, who had worked for CNN for 17 years, wrote on Twitter that he was stunned and that he found out he had been terminated through his agent. Tagging Lemon in an Instagram story on Tuesday, Ross said that there were positions open at his Wingstop locations. Just found out Don Lemon was terminated from CNN. Damn, dog. The rapper, who reportedly owns over 24 Wingstop restaurants across the United States, said, but guess what? The brothers got your back. We're hiring at Wingstop. He added, and for some reason, I believe you know what you're doing with the lemon pepper wings. So, man, just send over your resume. I'm going to make sure I get you in front of the right grill, brother. Stay solid, brother. This is just support from Rick Ross. Second video, Ross pitched Lemon another business proposition.
Let me tell you about Rick Ross.
Boy,
he thinks he's funny. Right? He thinks he's hilarious. And I mean, I guess that is humorous if you're not someone who has ever been laid off, or or you're not experiencing any type of hardship currently.
Right.
But it's just like Rick Ross, if he worked in an office and he was saying these things, at some point someone would curse him out.
100%.
Probably like once a month from a different department, because he's just being reckless, thinking he's being funny.
Right.
And then he'd probably have to fire him, because he strikes me as the kind of person that would say all this wild shit to an employee. The employee one day is like, hey, man, that's not funny. And then he's like, you're fired if you don't find me funny.
Right.
So to Rick Ross, I say, fuck you.
Right.
And your little break room jokes. Don Lemon, for whatever reason, got to figure out what to do with the rest of his life. You talking about lemon pepper wings. You've never offered a solution. You've never offered a solution. Get out of here.
I find humorous, like, the idea of, like, Rick Ross, the guidance counselor, which I know is not what he intended here. He was trying to kick a man while he was down. But me hearing it through that, like, tunnel makes me laugh endlessly. With that said, Rick Ross, what you're doing here is super shitty, and you don't realize how shitty it is and detrimental to you directly. because by offering Don Lemon this job, you're making it sound like Wingstop is a shitty place to work and you own Wingstops. Like, it's like you're shitting on your own employees, like reminding them, you know what I mean?
A
like,
little bit, just like, hey man, why don't you go join? I got a place down at Wingstop. I can put you in front of the right grill, yada, yada, yada. Those people are struggling. The subtext is those people are struggling.
Yeah. Like, yo, dude, you
And I'm
on...
up here in my house that Coming to America, the sequel filmed in. And my giraffes that I had mailed in. Like, get out of here. You're the problem. Rick Ross, you're the problem. You went from correction officer to owner of a fast food. You're the problem.
Real talk, B.
Yeah.
In the mansion that Lemon Pepper built, okay?
Yeah,
like,
that's
man.
That's why you almost died on the plane twice. See, don't make my memory's long, nigga. I remember. I remember a lot of shit. You ain't cool. You're mean. You're very mean.
Yo, Grim Reaper came from you twice, okay?
Right, you managed to talk your way out of it 2 times. That third time's a charm, though. Third strike, you know what it is. You're a corrections officer. You know what third strike means.
You only got to wait because it was Mercury retrograding for the Grim Reaper too. Okay?
Yeah, he couldn't find the right paperwork.
Nah, man. He left his hook home. That's it. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Where we at here? In other news, fake Craigslist ad cost a New Hampshire man the right to vote. A New Hampshire man who posted a fake Craigslist ad for a free trailer with legislative candidate's number on the day of the election, saying it was a joke because lost his right to vote in the state. Michael Drunham, 30 of Merrimack, pleaded guilty on Monday to creating a false document after a flood of unwanted calls and texts jammed up the candidate's cell phone. That's just a misdemeanor, but it's still disenfranchised drowning under the New York, Hampshire Constitution. Anyone convicted of willful violation of the state's election laws loses their right to vote in the state. His plea agreement also called for a 90-day suspended jail sentence, $250 fine, and 250 hours of community service. Mr. Drunin has no right to vote in New Hampshire for federal, state, or local elections.
Oh, shit.
Yo, went for it, yo. Shut that shit down, yo.
Yo, the Hamp don't play, huh?
Oh, really? Shouts to New Hampshire. I'm impressed right now. Matthew Connolly, Assistant Attorney General, said through email, he said Drunin has the right to petition the New Hampshire Supreme Court to request restoration of his voting rights. The special election was held in April 2021 to replace Republican New Hampshire House Speaker Dick Hinch, who died of COVID in December 2020.
I remember that.
Yeah. The candidate, Bill Boyd, a Republican who went on to win, turned off his phone after receiving more than 37 phone calls or text messages in 45 minutes on the morning of the election. A complaint was filed that day by the executive director for the New Hampshire Republican Party. Yo.
Wait, okay. So what did his ad say?
Yeah, I'm trying to... he posted
for a free
trailer.
With the number. Oh, I get it. So he put an ad on Craigslist saying, hey, I've got a trailer for free.
Yeah.
And the phone number he put was that candidate's phone number.
Yep. And it blew up that morning.
And it blew up.
Trailer.
Okay. And he did that on election day. And then the candidate was like, why is everybody calling me with this bullshit? And now old dude can't vote. Okay. Got it. Yeah. You know what? That's why I don't like pranks. Already we are 2 stories in and I'm already like, fuck all y'all. I'm like
yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm like, yo, hold on. Let me do the math here. So for 1 hour on election day, you could really lock up a candidate in exchange for the loss of 1 vote forever. Right?
Right.
So that's for the election day, we could lose 24 votes going forward.
Mm-hmm.
We elect a new person for this role every 4 years,
Okay.
right?
What kind of math are we doing here? What are we trying to figure out?
I'm trying to figure out if it's worthwhile having somebody do this prank on election day every hour for the 24 hours in exchange for the loss of votes that we would be losing in New Hampshire.
Well,
You
just
know?
find people who aren't registered to vote.
Oh, true. See, boom, you already had me. I was willing to give up voters.
Yeah,
You know
see? No, just find anyone but I mean, you don't have to do it that much. If you put up if you put up an ad that's successful enough, like something for free that seems too good to be true, then you won't have to continually re-up and have different ads.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you pick like a few things that's just like, wow. You give it a sob story of just like, gotta move. I gotta move. This stuff's gotta go. Giving it away. Just call me to let me know if you want it and I'll put it aside. You can do
Right.
all that in one ad. You don't have to. Yeah, because then there'll be a bunch of little things that a lot of people will be calling for. You don't have to sacrifice a lot of folks. You just need one idiot who's not, registered to vote and willing, who's got like 250 to $500.
You just reminded me too. I don't do Craigslist often.
Mm-hmm.
My boy, I won't say his name, but like he's a big Craigslist person. But like when he first started doing Craigslist, he would ask me to come along whenever he felt something was like too good, because he didn't want to get like jacked. Like he's like, yo, I'm either paying money for a really expensive item, so like somebody knows I'm coming with cash. This
Right.
was like before like the Venmo days and all of that. Like we'd show up with
Sure.
cash. So someone put up like a deal for like Xbox, one of them video game systems, for like $100. It was like 200 less than the current going price. And
Mm-hmm.
he shows up to buy it, and it's like parents, like, and they're like selling stuff that like is like incredible. It's like pristine condition video games, and he's going through it, and like he's so in the euphoria of this is such a great deal every time he asks the price for something, that he's not picking up that like there's a story here. And like we're like 18, 19, like around there, like we're young adults, like right
Right.
when like Craigslist was popping. And like I don't care about video games, so I'm just there to like get a read on, are we getting jumped?
Right.
And I
Yes.
clearly know we're not. Like they're like adults, like I would say what I am now, if you will.
Right. Yes.
So like I know that every time they answer, I felt like there was too much behind the answer, and I slowly realized that like, oh, like a kid died, and we're getting like,
I'm sorry.
yo, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pull my
Okay.
boy aside, and I'm like, I'm like, yo, like you understand that, like, yo, like he was like, yo, so why are you selling all this stuff? And like the parent would be like, he ain't gonna use it no more. And like it was like
Oh
dark as shit, yo. And like he's just like, hell yeah, like I bought all this shit. And I'm like, yo, my man, like try to show like some like I'm trying to calm him down a bit because he's so fucking happy. And they're just like distraught.
no. Right.
So like every time I went over to like his crib, I'd be like, yo, we playing like on a depression Xbox here. Like this shit, like I couldn't derive joy from the game because like I know there was like a broken set of parents in Yonkers that was like,
Oh my God.
yo, and like, yo, but Craigslist puts you in spots like that. Like you just
Blame Craigslist.
yo, you just be out there in the middle with some like family drama because they needed this like $1,000. You don't know what you're getting into on there. That's why like eBay is clean. You don't go in. I just came to buy an Xbox. I ain't signed up to be like an emotional support friend for both of these all of these people involved. But yeah, craziness. Shout out Craigslist. You made me develop a lot of social intelligence. I'll say that. You know?
That's hilarious. Yeah, you learn how to read a room when you're buying a lot. You should anyway.
Yeah.
When you're buying stuff from Craigslist, you should be able to like, oh, wait a minute.
I was like, yo, like, why we buying all the little Timmy shit? Little Timmy ain't here. You know what I mean? Like, it was a lot of stuff going on in there. But yeah, go figure. Shouts to Craigslist. Appreciate y'all, man. Man, other news. Indiana woman accused of posting another woman's nudes pictures on Facebook. Yo, everybody was wilding this week.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. Indiana woman reportedly told police she posted nude images of a known acquaintance to Facebook in order to get back at her for a perceived betrayal. The 26-year-old now faces one count of distribution of an intimate image and a misdemeanor. According to court documents, the woman of Spiceland, Indiana, yeah, that's wild. Okay.
All right. Yeah, there's a lot wrong there, but okay.
Found the nude photographs and videos of the victim on her boyfriend's phone and ended up posting them on Facebook in addition to sending them to the victim's close friends.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's wild. In
All right.
the Facebook post, the woman shamed the victim and accused her of having sex with her boyfriend and his best friend. The victim told police this accusation was a lie. The victim explained to the police that the intimate images had been made for her boyfriend, who in turn shared them with the Spiceland woman's boyfriend.
Okay.
The victim had not given the woman permission to publicly post her intimate photographs and didn't even know the woman had them until she found out about the Facebook's posts documents details. Police said the Spiceland woman expressed embarrassment when questioned about the incident. She told officers she had reacted so quickly out of hurt due to feelings of betrayal and anger. She told police she had wanted to get back at the victim and her boyfriend, who she thought had been cheating on her, and make them hurt the way she did. Class A misdemeanor charges carry a sentence of up to a year in jail if convicted, though often misdemeanor charges result in alternative sentences, such as probation, community service, or fines.
Okay. So here's what I think. And this has always been an issue. Um, this is extremely heteronormative. So I'm sorry if you're like, that's not always the case. Sadly, I've been straight my entire life, and this is a lot of the times true based on soap operas and whatnot. Soap operas and love songs. Um, when a woman thinks her male partner is cheating on her,
Yeah.
or finds out that that might be the case, they always get angry at the other woman. Everything's always about the other woman. And I have been blessed enough to have been cheated on a couple of times.
Okay.
And what I do is cut ties with all the bullshit.
Right.
If you the dude, you ain't hearing from me again. If I know the girl, you ain't hearing from me again. If y'all think you got something going on, guess what? Y'all got something going on. I'm out.
Word.
Who has the time to want to teach like, I'm upset, and I understand you want them to burn, right? You literally want to torch their shit. But for her to like put out this woman's pictures, thinking, that's her friend, thinking that her friend sent them to her man, or that they were sleeping together,
Right.
and not there should have been 2 pictures you posted. You shouldn't have
Yeah.
posted any. You shouldn't have posted any. But if you were going to post them, you post, I guess, that woman's picture, and then you post a picture of your man's dick. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, like shame everybody or shame no one at all. I don't know. I don't know if this is making sense. Personally, I think you cut them off. You cut them off and you're just like, you don't do it anymore. But I just get, there's so much of like, um, the woman gets mad at the other woman. I read a lot of advice columns, and a
Hmm.
lot of times it's like, I think this person is cheating, and I think it's with this woman, and how do I get back at her? How do I expose her and blah, blah, blah. And the advice is always like, okay, but what about the dude though?
Yeah,
Why are we letting the dude off the hook? I
I don't
mean,
get it. That
yeah, it doesn't necessarily, I mean, if you want to believe this story of no, this was for my man and he shared it, I mean, then both of y'all need to drop both of those dudes because why? Your your boyfriend should not have saved the pictures or accept like why would he say text them to me? Go on and send me the pictures.
word.
They should be deleted. They should have been deleted. And then your deleted item folder should have been cleaned out. Like what are we doing?
What? Yeah, what's protocol there? If you get nude pictures sent to you and you're in a relationship,
Mhm.
you didn't ask for them, but they show up.
Mhm.
Is like yeah, like what would you say is the right move there? I'm actually curious. Like, should it be delete only? Should it be tell your partner then delete?
I mean, I think unless it's going to send your partner on a spiral, like if it's better to just delete and not get them worked up because then you got to spend time because they have their issues that y'all have to work through together. If
Right,
you
right,
have the kind of relationship where you can be like, yo, somebody sent me photos of themselves. Ugh.
right, right.
Yeah, delete them and tell your partner.
Yeah, because I feel like if it's like a random like for example like in my situation that hasn't happened, but like if random like audience members send it, I would feel comfortable deleting, not saying like it's just a crazy person. I might say it as a joke, but I wouldn't make it a point to tell them. But like if it's like a friend, I feel like I have to tell my partner, like, yo, like one of our peoples is out of pocket,
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
so.
Right? I feel
Yeah.
like that's part of the deal. Like, yo, cause now like there's someone that like you assume is your people and is definitely not. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you need to be aware of like that as well as a person. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely I had a lot of questions reading this. One, uh how many men live in Spiceland? Because this is a lot of trouble over two dudes.
That's the other thing. Apparently men decent menfolk are scarce.
Yo.
And that's actually been the case for quite some time. so so women definitely are fighting for their foothold in their guy, which
Yo.
you know there are a lot. Also, there are a lot of people who feel like I'd rather be with someone for the wrong reasons than alone for the right. I like a lot of people who just don't want to be alone,
Right.
and I get that, but I also have been alone more than I've been with someone, so I don't understand why you can't just I'm quick to be like, "Man, just leave that idiot." I'm always just like, "Just dump him. Just leave. Why are you putting up with this? You a strong person." And that's not always the case.
Now I did look it up. I gotta say, I understand a little bit more now.
Mhm.
Spiceland, a town in the Spiceland township of Henry County, Indiana, has a
Mhm.
total population of 890 people.
Oh, so everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, there are 256 families living in there. So like, yeah, like it was
Wow.
these two dudes and her cousins. Like there's no one left.
Yes. So then how are you even able to cheat? So then it must be like I guess the story must be true because how can you cheat? Everybody's going no. I mean that's usually where the cheating happens. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, how
Yeah,
did she think there was? How would anyone cheat and not think they're going to be found out in a community
reckless.
that small?
Yeah, this is wild. Yeah, you got you
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
audacity of this of these people. Uh
That's yeah, and also like who's still sending? naked pictures of themselves. How old are these people?
She's
Or they're like in their
26. That's what surprised me.
Oh no. I mean, did they just get flip phones or something? Is
Yeah.
this like a
Okay.
weird throwback thing? Because I didn't think we were doing that animore.
Maybe
I
that's
thought
the kink. They like they buy burner phones and they text each other on them, you know?
burner phones. There are only 850 people in this town, but for some reason there are 1,400 burner phones. Nokia is having to send block phones to them. All of the Motorola Razors can be found in this town.
Oh man, I missed that phone. That shit was hard, yo.
Oh man, I love the Razor. I love my Razor so much.
Also, like I have like this Spiceland definitely sounds like a sexy town to me, like where drama happens.
That's
I don't know. The name does it. There's like certain cities that like I always associate with like, this is gonna be like a soap opera. There's one of them that's completely unfair to the city, but I always think of it because there was like a shitty like soap opera on I guess it wasn't UPN. What was the CW at the time, or no, the WB? They had a show called Savannah. So whenever I hear Savannah, Georgia, I just assume like housewives is fucking.
Nah, it's too hot to do that in Savannah.
Like when I visited in person, I realized like, oh, these are just regular people, nice houses. But like in my head, I thought it was like drama central, and like the houses are too far apart. Like just on some logistics shit. Like you can't just be cheating. Like you got to drive like 20 minutes to these people.
That's what cheating is for everybody. It's not. Gastor, you're so provincial, thinking that people are cheating and then just running 2 blocks away.
I don't know how it works.
No,
I've never done it, but it seems exhausting.
That's true. The rest of the country is driving to their side pieces' houses. Yeah, we are not hopping on trains.
Logistically, cheating just seems like a nightmare. Like I don't understand like what motivates y'all to do it. Like every time somebody tells me about it, like I have boys that like, you know, they do shady shit in any time, and I'll look up the Google Maps of that situation. I'm like, yo, is this worth it? You know, like you know, like do you understand the hours you were putting into the MTA to make this happen? You could just buy the one that lives with you flowers, and you'll have sex just as often without having to like be on the train at 2 a.m. You know, hey, it's a wild idea. You know, like just keep your partner happy and have more sex that way. But to each his own. Shouts to Spiceland.
To each his own. Yes.
Whatever you into, my G. I will say I'm a bring in this Razor sex text messaging idea to the table at the house.
I mean,
spice it
absolutely. It just feels sexier when it's coming from a Razor.
Amen.
You know what it is? It's because it's the last of the clamshell phones that we had. So when you did a thing, you could close it, like snap, and it gave you like that. Like it's not the same as hanging up a phone forcefully, but it's as close as we have in the cellular moment time, you know?
I like that.
Yeah, you could just like snap it shut instead of like hitting a button. It just felt very, snap, and you were done. And I love doing that. I love like staring off into space and then just snapping my phone shut like I just got off of a very dramatic call. And it was never, I was like ordering food or something. But
Fun fact, by the way, the 2004 Motorola Razor had a camera with a 1.3 megapixel.
I was about to say, I meant to say that. I was like, these pictures must be like 1 or 2 pixels.
Whole titty looked like a nipple. Just anything blurred. You know what I
mean? Just like, what is that? Why is someone sending me flesh-colored, like, Lego blocks? What is this?
Oh, man. I love it, yo. Yo, keep it going, Spiceland. You know what? I'm a fan. This is dope, man. Keeping it fresh over there. All 890 of y'all. Respect. Keep it spicy. I like it. In other news, woman has a loud full body orgasm during LA Philharmonic concert. That's right. The ground really moved for one woman. I love the New York Post links.
Oh boy.
During the second movement of the LA Philharmonic's performance of Tchaikovsky's
No, Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky's yeah, I took a gamble. Fifth Symphony.
Yeah, I get you were trying to say every letter.
Yo.
When the name is that long, honestly, you only need to say like every third one.
During that guy's Fifth Symphony, when she experienced a loud full body orgasm. Several concert goers described the woman's climatic moment on Friday from the balcony at the packed Walt Disney Concert Hall. Everyone kind of turned to see what was happening, said Molly Grant, who was sitting near the overjoyed woman. I saw the girl after it had happened, and I assumed that she had an orgasm because she was heavily breathing and her partner was smiling and looking at her like in an effort to not shame her. It was quite beautiful, added Grant. An audio clip perpetrating to capture the woman's moment of ecstasy has gone viral. British composer Magnus Fiennes, brother of Fiennes, brother of actor Ralph Fiennes, was also in attendance. Rafe, you for real?
I think it's Rafe Fiennes. I think that's how he pronounced it. Okay. Even though it looks like Ralph. I think it's Rafe Fiennes.
Yo, yeah, Rafe, it's my man. You can't do this to me, all right? I see you. I know you seen your name, okay? I know you seen your name. There's no way you could like do that to us trying to read your name for the rest of our lives, okay?
Yeah.
The last name is enough of a hurdle, okay? Rafe Fiennes also was in attendance. Actually, he was not his brother, just to be clear. A woman over here yelling at this dude. He had nothing to do with the article. They just wanted to tie him in. A woman in attendance had a loud full body orgasm during the fifth second movement. The band politely carried on, said that guy's brother. He added no value. Okay, I don't know why they made it a point to include that dude. However,
I don't know either.
Right. However, some social media users expressed their doubts about the incident, with one who was present suggesting that the woman had a medical emergency. But Fiennes insisted it absolutely happened, writing that he ran all possible scenarios. Was in close proximity. Yo, my man Dublin, he's trying to get famous today. He's tired of his brother Rafe getting all the success. He's like, yo, my name is cooler than this dude. I'm Magnus. And nobody rock with me? Come on, B. This is what this article is really about. It's about Magnus.
It's about Magnus trying to. Okay.
Was in close proximity and had no less than 8 other friends coincidentally attending. Clout chasing. Look at all these rich people I know that got time to watch opera. I hear you. All had reached a similar conclusion. She remained for the rest of the show. Respect. She got rest of legs after that. Her demeanor was in evidence. My corroborated take is merely an observation. Respect maintained, he said. This was the article that was most sent to me this week, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, by far. I got it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say I probably got this like 11 times this week sent to me.
Wow.
Yeah, like strong presence in our listeners' periphery.
So then, did you listen to the sound clip that's supposed to be her having her orgasm?
I couldn't, because every time it got sent, I was with my family.
Oh, well, I mean, they still wouldn't. It's like a 7-second like clip, I think.
Yeah.
And so I listened to it. And the thing was, when I first saw a tweet about it, it was someone saying that the orchestra stopped playing because it was so loud.
Yeah.
And other people going, the orchestra didn't stop playing. And other people like, they did. It's honestly, it wasn't that the orchestra stopped playing. It was that her scream was almost perfectly timed to a pause in the music.
Ah.
So it wasn't. So it was just like it was. They were finishing a phrase, and then there's like a pause, and then they finish the next phrase, and she just happened to yell out right during that pause.
There
So
you go.
yeah,
Life is
because
all
then
about
because
timing.
if it was so loud that they stopped playing, you would have heard it like over the sound of music or something. But no, it just kind of, you know, like it is someone could have made a farting noise under their in their armpit.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it was just a perfectly timed thing.
No.
Um, I mean, I listened to it. I don't. Who am I to say whether or not this woman had came at the orchestra? Good for her. I mean, get it where you can.
Why not? Yeah, I'm not against this at all. I don't think I'm that's the thing that impressed me more than anything. Like everyone seemed to kind of be like, it happened, kudos. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that should be the general response. Like as a dude that uh enthusiastically tries to make this happen, I don't always get there. You know,
Sure.
and I know I'm not
Right.
the only one. Like we're attempting this. So like, yo, when God just gives you one, yeah, kudos, and thank you. But yeah, I feel like that should be the general like response. I'm happy it happened.
I'm
Maybe
happy it happened.
you
Good
know,
for you,
yeah,
ma'am.
kudos.
Congrats.
Try to like remember so we can like put this back in action. Um, I'm curious if as a couple, if this is like a thing, like do they go to public performances and do this often?
Probably. This feels like it might be a thing.
Yeah, it could be a
This
kink.
feels like it might be a thing. And it's I mean, it's there are tools like you can this is all doable. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So like whatever. That's great. Fantastic. I'm happy for her. I am a little surprised that everybody was kind of chill about this. Like, yeah, yep, this happened. Especially right now when it feels like in the world every government official is trying to take away um anything that might come from the enjoyment of sex.
yeah,
Like they're trying to we're going Puritan times 10,000 right now,
word.
you know? And so it's kind of wild, but then again they think LA is a godless place. So what do I know? Um
Yeah, this
I
happened in like one of the two cities where like everyone would have been on board, or the
yes,
people that would complain assumed that like this is what they signed up for by living there.
right, exactly. I mean, I know of a friend uh who's a comic, and they had like people in their family come to a club to see them perform,
Yeah.
and one of their family members told him he he heard the guy sitting behind him uh getting maybe a blowjob during the comedy,
Okay.
and I'm like, no, definitely you want to do that to music. Music's louder.
Yeah.
Because if that comic on stage isn't funny, now everybody's just hearing you get a blowjob because
Yeah. It's
it's
just
silent because no one's laughing. That comedian on stage needs to be killing for that to go through without a hitch.
seriously. Even if they are like that's still every a joke every 15 seconds. It's time.
Yes, right. Yeah, you gotta really they gotta be really good. They gotta be really good to hide that noise, which apparently they weren't, or else this person's family member wouldn't have heard
Yeah.
it behind them. But yeah, like I I don't know. Also, this makes me think of like, as I'm always thinking of the musical aspect of it, right?
Mm.
Am I coming to Tchaikovsky? I don't think I am. Like, that's me personally. That's me personally. I don't think that's, I don't know if that's who I don't know. I don't think he's my dude for that, you know?
He don't got the hits. He don't got the bangers. He don't got the
I mean,
sexy
he's
music.
got no, I mean, Tchaikovsky, he's the nutcracker. So don't
Okay.
get me wrong. A lot of bangers in the Nutcracker, but nothing I'm banging to in the Nutcracker.
That's fair. That's fair. Nah, man.
I'm a little reluctant. I mean, I'm a little reluctant. There are too many swells. Do you know what I mean? It's
Okay.
too like, and you can you be as dramatic as the music? That's what I feel like you need to think about when you have music playing while you're having sex. Is it too dramatic? Because if
fair.
it's too dramatic, now we're in a movie scene and something's about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you got to really be thoughtful of these kinds of things. I feel like you want a nice groove, a little bit of, but like too much crescendo. And now you're like, well, how come my heart isn't racing while the music is?
Yeah, that's too much pressure. I can't live up to that.
It's a lot of pressure. Putting classical music on during sex is a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Like low key, I don't think Wait Till You See My Dick gets enough credit as a song for sex. Cause like it's direct.
Like during sex?
Yeah, cause like they whisper the whole song. So like even they're like, yo, play this slow. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like it was the right, like, it seems aggressive and it is in theme, but in tone, you know, like they realize like, yo, chill. Like, I got to temper this a little bit. Like, I can't just be yelling this, you know, because then that's too much to live up to.
I get you. That's the beauty of the whisper song. And also I just remembered I'm talking to somebody who put what Jay-Z's Feeling It or something on a which actually was the only one I remember because it's the one that made sense. I feel like the rest of them were like Onyx songs or some shit. I forget what they were.
I got incredible songs on my
but I forgot that you out here fucking to East Coast rap. Like
so I've made love to Blaze's Danger. I've had great songs, okay? You know, whatever motivates you. I'm a stick-up kid. I be robbing these dudes. What's that dude that sings that? R&B singer. I'm blanking on his name right now, but I really liked it. I really liked the song, like motivationally, but it had nothing to do with making love. The more I think about it,
which I mean, I don't think that you have to. Like, it doesn't have to all be Luther Vandross or anything like that, but you know, there's somewhere in between Luther and the Gravediggers. You know what I mean? There's somewhere in between.
Why? Why does it have to be, Shy? That's what I say. Okay.
I guess not. I guess not. But you know,
if you would like,
oh no,
a link to Gastor sex playlist. Okay, expect a lot of Triumph. When I gotta slow it down, I play some Life Jennings. You know what I mean?
That's right. You have a tempo thing. I'm remembering now.
You know what I mean?
You got a place for everyone to like stop and take a water break. And
listen, yo. To this day, yo, when I make love and I know it's gonna happen, I set out towels, water. You know, like yo, we gonna do work. You know.
You know what? Honestly, I respect it. I respect
Real
that.
Talk.
No, that are always be prepared.
Straight up. I played sports my whole life. You need electrolytes, water.
Hey man, I've definitely gotten a Charlie horse.
Yeah. You know, you got to plan ahead. I'm getting older,
absolutely.
You know? Listen, I start stretching in the morning. Like if I think it's gonna happen that evening. Hey,
that's so funny.
Just in case.
To wake up, see your partner stretching and go, oh man, I gotta go get some KY jelly. He's gonna try to
yeah. Have some bananas. Happening. Get potassium in you, you know, you don't want to cramp. Yeah, you got a plan. All you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars, you don't think that you could keep up with MOP's Ante Up while you in the sack. Okay.
I would literally die laughing if someone put on Ante Up to have sex to. I would never stop laughing. I would laugh as I was getting dressed. I would laugh as I was going home.
5 stars, you know that you don't put that song on. It comes on while you're already doing it. So you in it, okay?
You don't open with Ante Up.
Yeah, that's aggressive. I don't do that. That's crazy. This is an art shot, okay? Now, I mean, me and the people of Spiceland have thoroughly, made this work. We investigate.
Right. Yeah, let's find out what they listening to. What's their top 40?
Yeah, it's
They
gotta be
wilding
bangers.
out there.
They wilding out there, yo. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter or Instagram at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs to sweet to Brandy Spain, Lori McDaniel, Iron Fist Mom, Bishop, and the 10 or so other people who sent me that article about the Philharmonic. With all that said, I am the admittedly very limited in range sex DJ playlist maker, Gastor Almonte, with the validly criticizing my playlist.
Hey, look, I got one too. You know, we all got them. Mine, it may end with Outcast.
Bombs over Baghdad, right? Hell yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we all ended with bombs over Baghdad. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Shalewa Sharpe. This has been probably, admittedly, a bit too sharing and open episode of War Report.
Yes.
Catch y'all next time. Peace.